Hi, we are going to take 2 and 3/4 and we're going to subtract 1 and 1/4. And there are 3 ways to do this. One way is just to subtract your whole numbers and then subtract your fractions. That only works though if the first fraction has a bigger numerator than the second fraction. Another way is to convert them both into improper fractions and then subtract and convert it back, and that will work every time. And the last way is to use a model, which will also work every time, but can be a little more time consuming. So I'm going to show you all 3 ways. The first way is just to take this 2 and 1 and subtract these. So I have 2 cakes and 3/4 minus 1 cake and 1/4. So at first, just take away that whole cake first. 2 minus 1 is 1. Then we're just going to do 3/4 minus 1/4. When you subtract fractions like that, you're just going to keep the 4 the same. So the denominator will stay the same every single time. And you're just going to do 3 minus 1. All right. So like I said before, the denominator stays the same because no matter what we do, we're working with fourths. 3 minus 1 is 2. So our answer is 1 and 2/4. And you can simplify that down even further and make it 1 and 1/2. Now, let's take a look at this with the picture because I find that picture really helpful. Basically, we're starting with 2 and 3/4. That means we have 2 full wholes. Let's call them cakes. So I have 1 full cake here. It's just 1 cake. And then another cake. I have 2 full cakes and then 3/4 of another. But if you counted up these pieces, they're really all in fourths. So that's why our answer is in fourths. We're going to subtract 1 and 1/4. The way I want you to subtract in Google Slides is to click outside of it, like up here, hold down with your thumb and use your index finger to drag and select. Let go, and now it's selected. And I want you to dye it white. So come up here to this little paint bucket and change it white. That's us subtracting. So we had 2, we took away 1, and now what else do we need to take away? We still need to take away 1/4. And we're going to take it from the one that's already missing some. Now you can see our answer is 1 and 1/4, or that helps you see that this is really 1/2 because it's half the cake. So that's what the picture should look like. Now let's do our final way, which I really like because it's going to work every single time. So we're going to take 2 and 3/4 and turn it into an improper fraction. The way that you do that is you multiply 2 times 4, and then you add 3. And let me explain why, because that's hard to remember if you don't know why. It's a great shortcut, but it only works if you remember why. And I'm sorry that my writing is so challenging. I'm trying to do it with like a trackpad on my computer. Okay. So the reason that you do 2 times 4 is because what this 2 is it's 2 full cakes. Since the denominator is 4, those 2 full cakes both have 4 pieces in them. And we're asking how many pieces are there. So we have 2 full cakes. Here's one, and then here's the other. Each one has 4 pieces because that's the denominator. So you're always going to start by doing this big number, however many whole cakes you have, times the pieces in each one. So 2 times 4 is 8. And then if you have anything else to add, so that just got us these 2 here. Well, we can see that we have 3 more pieces as well. So then you just add 3. So that's why it's 2 times 4 plus 3. 8 plus 3 is 11. So this improper fraction is 11/4. Now let's do it for our second fraction. 1 times 4, because you have 1 full cake and there's 4 pieces in each, right? So 1 times 4 is 4, plus 1 is 5. So you have 5/4. Then you just subtract. 11/4 minus 5/4 is 6/4. And 6/4 is really 1.5 or 1 2/4 because you have 6 pieces to work with here. Take 4 of them away and make it into 1 whole. And then there's 2/4 left over. So that's how you get 1 and 2/4. So that's how you do this using the 3 different strategies.